Mother wounds are teachers. They're the teachers that teach us later in life what kind of woman we want to be and what kind of woman we do not want to be. That's the whole point of mother wounds. You're going to have some type of mother wound. There's going to be a woman that's going to make you feel small. There's going to be a woman that's going to hurt your feelings in a different way than any man can. And that creates a mother wound. But the beauty about mother wounds is that they're the wounds that help us find out what kind of woman we want to be exactly. Those kind of wounds help us see our feminine energy the best. It helps us see our lightness and our darkness, because mother wounds oftentimes they help us bring out the rebel in us. She comes out to say, "Oh no, you're not telling me what to do." So you see, mother wounds are wounds that without them we wouldn't be able to be the woman that we're supposed to be. The black sheep of the family is often the one that has to break the generational curse. As the black sheep of the family, you might feel like a woman that has the whole world on her shoulder because you feel like you have a purpose, and you might not have the best relationship with your family members, yet you feel like no one could love them the way you love them. Except every time you come around them, you feel drained. You feel misaligned with them. However, you can't help but notice that there's a generational curse that the women in your family might be dealing with. Sometimes it's even to learn to work alone. And it could be a journey of solitude, because what you learn to understand is that family is not always blood. Sometimes family is found in sisterhood. And you might for a while be that lone wolf. You might be the lone wolf without anyone with you, just you on this path to break generational curses. Maybe not for the women that are already here, but for the women that are coming after you. And that's such a heavy but grand purpose. And the reason why you were chosen, the reason why you were outcasted, is because you needed to be alone to figure out that purpose. If you were loved no matter what, you would have maybe missed the purpose. You might have maybe not noticed that there was a curse at all. But because you were outcasted, because you are the black sheep, you were able to step away and see your family lineage from a distance. And in that distance, that's where you were able to see what curse you're supposed to break. A lot of times, the black sheep of the family doesn't get along with most of the people there until she comes back and she shares her wisdom. But oftentimes, to get that wisdom, you need to be alone. You have to heal from the wounds that your mothers have given you. That is your grandmothers, your actual mom, your aunts, other women in your family. You might have to heal from those wounds. And then once you heal from those wounds, you come back and you know how to hold your own. And they see that you're able to hold your own, that you're always on their side. You are a girl's girl. Maybe they weren't there for you, but you are a girl's girl at heart. And it's not until later in life that they're able to actually see you, because you had to step away so you could see your own power. Maybe you scared them. Maybe you triggered them. But now you have your power. No one could take it away from you, not even them, because you have healed. You are the wounded healer. You are the black sheep who is the wounded healer. And you were meant to love these women in your lineage no matter what, but from a distance first. You were meant to learn your boundaries and learn where people were not allowed to overstep, because they did that to you. They overstepped. They overstepped so much that you didn't even know yourself for a long time. You felt like a lost soul in the world. And it wasn't until you stepped away from them that you were able to really find and see your power. And you realize in that journey that you trigger them so much, especially the older women in your family. You trigger them. You trigger them so much because you had a fire that they once had at one point. You had a fire that scared them but reminded them of who they were before. Be the black sheep of the family is to be the one, the chosen one, the one with the grand purpose of healing the family lineage that's coming, the future. You're the one meant to heal the future. You are the one that's meant to make the daughters that are to come aware of their true power, which is why you leave and then you have to come back. You become the aunt that the little girls just love to be around because something is so different about you. And you might know that there's someone in your family that's that aunt that we don't see anymore and we don't hear about anymore. But some of us love so much, but we don't know what happened. That's because that was her purpose too. It was passed down to you. And now, whenever you're ready, you come back and you teach the daughters of the future the importance of self-love, the importance of not letting anyone take their divine power, of not letting anyone make them feel like they can't take up space. You teach them that. You come back and teach them that. This lesson is going to be repeated until someone could do it. It's your turn now. You just didn't know that. You didn't know that you were supposed to come back to help heal a lineage that you felt like you never even belonged to begin with. You didn't know that. But you learned that in solitude. You learned that while you heal. You learned that when you stop being the victim and you see the story for what it always been. It was always you. You were always the one. You have always been the chosen one. You always had the power. But sometimes we have to be told that we don't have the power so we could become a rebel. We have to dig into our dark feminine energy. And in that darkness, in that dark feminine energy, we're able to see that we are in fact powerful, even though everybody else told us that we're not. Sometimes that's the journey and that's okay. Because guess what? If you weren't able to handle it, it would have never been given to you. We are given the battles that we could handle. And it's not to make us stronger. It's so that we could take the wisdom that we need to be taken. Because as humans, we learn the most through pain. That's the human truth. Pain is the thing that teaches us wisdom. And through that pain, through that isolation, through being the black sheep, you learn wisdom because you felt pain, you felt loneliness, you felt solitude. And in all of that, you were able to find the light in you, and you were able to make it so bright that you became a healer. You healed yourself, and now you're a healer. And there's always going to be things in life that you're going to have to heal from. But something that someone can't take away from you is what you have healed from. And you know that when you healed from things, no one could take that away from you. You are great. You've always been great. I'm just so happy that you're able to see that now.